Hello there. How you doing? It's Phil Thatch. Good morning to you. I hope you're doing well. I started out this year, 2026, and I said the only camera I'm going to buy this year is a Canon R7 Mark II if that thing ever comes out. And then I bought an R5 Mark II. And it's a kind of a strange situation. I've been wanting a high resolution full frame RF camera for a while. I've been looking for a deal on one, kind of looking around for maybe R5 Mark One, the original, because I have some good landscape photography lenses for that. And my friend Phil Vignola is going through some changes with his gear. He's decided to kind of stick with almost all Sony. And so he was going to wholesale a lot of his other gear, and he offered me a really, really great price on this R5 Mark II that I just couldn't pass up. But I thought, man, that's a lot of money, even at nearly wholesale to spend on a camera. So I sold my R6 Mark II because if I have an R5 Mark II, I don't need an R6 Mark II. And looking forward to the R7 Mark II, I went ahead and sold my R7. I still have Heather's R7 that I can use if I want to go do an R7 video. But anyway, new camera. The R5 Mark II is finally in my arsenal. I thought about buying it when it first came out, and then when I saw the specs, I decided to buy a Nikon Z8. But now that I've got a great deal on one, I went ahead and got one. The first place I went with my new R5 Mark II was right here in East Ridge, Tennessee at the pond at Camp Jordan, which is famous for having some pretty good duck activity in the wintertime. There's some domesticated type ducks here all year round, but in the wintertime, sometimes you'll see some pretty cool ducks. And I came down here today to get photographs of redheads and ringneck ducks, and I also made a couple of pictures of rock pigeons and maybe a gull. And then I got bored. So here's my first shot of the day with the R5 Mark II using the 100 to 500, and this is 500 millimeters f7.1, 1/250th of a second, 200 ISO. I just love the redhead duck. This is a drake or a male, just beautiful. Really, really love to photograph these. And I like the way the sun, right at sunrise or just shortly after sunrise, is reflecting off the water. Shot turned out pretty nice. Here's a ring-billed gull that was flying over the pond, and I caught it right as it was doing a hard bank. I thought that turned out nice. I've increased my shutter speed up to 1/1000th for this one. Still 500 millimeters, still f7.1, and this is 500 ISO. And I really like the sharpness in this. Turned out nice. Here's another redhead drake, 500 millimeters f7.1. I've got my shutter speed all the way up to 1/1250th of a second now, and 1000 ISO. I love the reflections, the beautiful colors in the water of these reflections, and I like the water droplets on the duck's head. Here's another shot of that same duck. This time I'm not cropped as much, so you can see some of the bright, beautiful colors on the bank. Another shot at 500 millimeters f7.1, 1/1250th of a second. This one is ISO 640. Now here's another redhead drake. This one's got some mud on its beak or bill where it's been doing some diving and digging in the sediment below. This is 1/1250th, 500 millimeters f7.1, and 640 ISO. And here's a rock pigeon. There's lots of rock pigeons there, and they'll fly around, and the ducks weren't close. And I was sitting on the bank, and this rock pigeon flew by, and I got a shot of it. 500 millimeters f7.1, 1/1250th of a second, 400 ISO. Lots of nice sharpness in this shot. And there's always one great blue heron, and this one was hanging around, and it kind of flew by these two mallards, and I thought the expression on this one kind of quacking and this one speeding off as the great blue heron flies in, plus the wing position on this great blue heron was cool. This is a 1/1250th of a second shot, 500 millimeters, f7.1, and 640 ISO. And this is a ringneck duck, a male, and it's also been doing some diving. You can see mud all over its forehead and its bill. This is a 500 millimeter shot, 1/1250th, f7.1, and 500 ISO. This is my favorite redhead shot of the day. I laid down on the bank for this one, and the water in the pond was relatively high. We've had some rain recently, and just love the low angle I was able to get on this shot. This is 500 millimeters. I'm still at 1/1250th of a second, wide open at f7.1. And here's another shot of that same duck using the same technique. I think I like this shot better, but I like this one as well. Same settings, 500 millimeters, 7.1, 1/1250th. This one's 800 ISO. And for these two shots, the light was coming from the left. So you've got bright light on some of the bird and shadow on other parts of the bird. So that gives you some depth. See the deep shadow right here. That gives these birds some depth and a little bit more dimension. After I got bored with the ducks, I came to Harrison Bay State Park and I rolled around a little bit and made some pictures with the 100 to 500. Here's a beautiful doe at Harrison Bay State Park. This is 238 millimeters with the 100 to 500. Wide open is f5 at 238 millimeters. I'm at 1/1250th of a second, and this is 2000 ISO. And here's that same doe with an even younger one. And this is 167 millimeters, f5, 1/1250th, and 1600 ISO. Just beautiful to see so many deer there at Harrison Bay State Park. And then I switched and I put on the 800 f11, which I love this lens. I like it way better than the 200 to 800, which I sold. I think this lens is sharper and it's lighter and it's less expensive. The only thing I don't like about this lens is the minimum focus distance is a long way away, but I got some pretty cool shots with the 800 f11. Now I've switched to the 800 millimeter f11 lens, so all the shots will be 800 millimeters. They'll all be f11. This one of this beautiful brown thrasher is 1/800th of a second and 1000 ISO. It's not cropped much at all, so there's lots and lots of detail. That cheap lens can give you some really nice results. Here's another shot of that same brown thrasher with the exact same settings, still 1/800th and 1000 ISO. And lots of great detail. Look at these feathers right here. And of course, brown thrashers will dig around in the mud. So you can see lots of dirt and mud on its beak. This one and this one are one bird, and this is a different bird. Another shot at 1/800th of a second, and this one is 800 ISO. This one's on a different perch. Still tons and tons of detail from the budget 800 millimeter f11 lens. It's so light and inexpensive, and it packs away relatively small for an 800 millimeter lens. This is a dark-eyed junco. Today is February 22nd, and the temperatures were in the low 30s Fahrenheit, and they are still around here in the Chattanooga area. It's a photo at 1/250th of a second. I slowed down my shutter speed because we got a little bit of a cloud. 1/250th of a second and 640 ISO. And of course, this shot is 800 millimeters and f11. I'm not fond of this branch right over the bird's head, but at least it's not blocking the bird at all. And now here's a male red-bellied woodpecker. This was high up in a tree, but I still managed to get the shot. 1/320th of a second and 800 ISO on this one. Not the most detail in the world on this shot, but still quite a bit of detail. And then there was a white-breasted nuthatch, and it was too close. It was getting too close to the car where I was working to use the 800 f11, so I switched back to the 100 to 500 and got some shots of it. I think I got some with the 800 f11 as well, but then it got closer and only the 100 to 500 would do. Here's the beautiful white-breasted nuthatch. I like to call it the upside down bird because usually when you find it perched, its head is lower than its tail when it's perched on a tree. And this shot's with the 800 f11, and I'm at 1/400th of a second and 400 ISO. And then my next shot, the bird had moved closer than the minimum focus distance of the 800 f11. So I switched back to the 100 to 500 for this shot. Just a beautiful shot. I love the way this one turned out. 500 millimeters, f7.1, 1/400th of a second, and my ISO landed at 160 on my new used Canon EOS R5. Really enjoying this camera so far. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it for a long time to come. Look at that great detail around the eye with the 100 to 500 on the R5 Mark II. So kind of a short first shoot with my R5 Mark II today. My daughter's back in town after being in Florida for about 6 or 7 months, and I'm going to meet her and her husband and my wife. We're all going to meet and have lunch today. So kind of ending my morning a little earlier than I normally would, even though I'm having a pretty good morning. So I hope you enjoyed my first shoot with my new R5 Mark II. There will be many, many more on the channel, and maybe the R7 Mark II will come out and I'll get one of those as well. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. If you like the content, don't drop the camera, hit thumbs up. If you want to see some more stuff like this, subscribe and hit the bell. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye-bye.